once you get to know my story, ayy. Straight from the south side, 2 6 just birthed me, ayy. And now I'm worldwide, everyone adore me, show me love.
Yep.
All right, let's get into it. What's up, ladies? What's up, beautiful ladies? My fellas, how y'all feeling? We back. And we gonna call this today, age ain't nothing but a number. That's how I'm feeling. CJ, what's up, brother? Adam, what's up? How y'all feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling great, man. Birthday weekend approaching.
Yes,
sir.
High fees.
More blessings.
More years, more problems.
Yeah. Adam, how you feeling over there, bro?
I look and feel great, but I swallowed a frog.
And now it sounds like shit.
I apologize.
You need a hottie toddy, bro.
Yes,
a hottie toddy, and just wrap yourself up
For
in the
real.
cover. And just,
okay, somebody please explain. My whole life, I did not know what a hottie toddy was.
See, you're going to find out what a hottie toddy is, bro.
So you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today.
Hey. I got the whole, so this is how it works. So you take some tea.
First you take the malo.
You get the tea. Hot tea, you got to make it hot. Put the lemons in there, put some oranges in there. Honey.
Yeah, that's
and some whiskey, and you drink it hot.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's been telling me
it clears you out, bro.
Yeah, because the whiskey kills all the bacteria in your throat.
Clears you out, bro.
But then
you know about the booze part. You notice he knows about the alcohol.
Yeah, he knows.
He good on that. He didn't know about the other stuff. Tea, I don't know about that. Booze? Oh yeah.
It's an old school remedy.
We should call ours the thotty toddy.
The thotty toddy. The thotty toddy.
He knows all about the booze.
You know all about the booze, man. So like we said, man, we're gonna call this one AJ number the number. What was the guy name? I butchered his name earlier when we was off air. Ray Russell.
Oh yeah. So dude, I came across this story. Dude's 49 years old.
That's crazy.
Playing college football.
What school, bro?
Like,
what school
I gotta look it up. Like, dude, but could you I can't think of another thing. Like, what if a 49-year-old worked at Subway? No, not as weird. What if a 49-year-old, brought you your drinks when you order a drink at the bar? Not as weird. It's not a big deal. But
what if a 49-year-old matched with you on Tinder? Just as weird as a 49-year-old.
On Grindr.
Well, if it was a girl, if it was a girl,
we definitely got to get into dating sites. So that's funny that you brought that up. Yeah. We'll get into that.
Dude, just crazy. So this dude is now it's a good story. He's an Army vet. He's a business student, and so it's cool. But first of all, a 55-year-old Joe Thomas Sr. was actually the oldest ever to play in a college football game. So this dude now I don't know what he like.
I think he was playing with his son, or his son was on the team.
So it's just a crazy story, obviously, but it's super cool just to come across some of these stories
like that. That's like, what? Like,
can you imagine? Like,
okay, cool, dude.
Your kids are in college and they're coming to watch you play college football.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, he did the Joe Smo military. Like, well, if I would give up on my dreams, what would that be saying to my kids? I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure your kids are okay with you giving up on your dreams.
Then we're thinking of just old guys who have done stuff, and you brought up, and I was thinking this because I remember Florida State was back when Florida State was Florida State.
Yeah.
Now they're not as.
Jameis kind of brought him back a little bit.
Yep,
but before Jameis, they were Garbino.
Yeah. But Chris Winkie, bro.
OG Chris Winkie.
That dude.
28.
And then he went to the Panthers, and all of a sudden, people are like, well, this dude's kind of old. Well, he won the Heisman at
28.
And now he's retiring 2 years later.
So you basically said
he did not do well.
And watching that as a kid, it really didn't register to me. But now that I'm
when you're younger,
in my early 30s, I'm like, so you saying a few years ago I could have possibly played college football and maybe won Heisman?
It's like that meme with the girl in the heels, the black lady in the heels, and she's like, it's like, shit, these motherfuckers fast.
We gotta, Tom Brady still playing, yourself,
Dude,
Adam, you're a triple OG,
bro, okay,
doing
for
your thing.
real. So I seen videos and pictures, is this dude getting sick, or is he just like getting photoshopped and people trying to make another excuse for him? Like,
Dude, his mandible.
yeah, but I don't know if it's photoshopped because I don't believe anything anymore. Like, I'm not saying he can't
Have you
be.
seen him live in a press conference at all or no?
No.
I haven't.
Have you?
No.
See, that's my thing. We have to look. He's taking Wednesdays off now. Family Wednesdays.
So, as a locker room, this dude is loved. First of all, here's how you know that Tom Brady is loved by his teammates.
And he's goated just for that.
So, did you see how fast Mike Evans came
Yeah.
back onto
Oh,
the
yeah.
field
Oh, yeah.
to beat up Lattimore? Did you see
But
how
they've
quick?
been having a beef since like
Oh,
2016.
right, since Chris Winkie won the Heisman is when.
Yeah.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing though, you don't do that for Baker Mayfield.
No.
You don't do it. Well, we all know you would.
No, I wouldn't.
No, because that's your
I would
guy.
join in.
That's your guy. That's your guy.
I'm like, don't touch Baker.
We're looking for ways that Baker Mayfield could make the way into the story as your guy.
It was crazy that happened
But-
because last time Jameis was actually the quarterback for the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
When
And
that happened.
Jameis got into it with Lattimore.
and now he's with the Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So now
yeah,
he's
yeah.
his teammate. But all I'm saying is, when those dudes stuck up for Tom Brady like that, you know that they
Yeah.
trust him in the locker room. Also, here's another thing that you know that the players have his back. The top-rated players of the year voted on by players.
Yeah. He was number one.
So you know that when Tom Brady walks anywhere in the arena of football, that he is looked at as,
I mean, his show
yes,
is
sir,
called,
Tom, what do you need?
His show's
And
called
so-
Man in the Arena. If you watch the documentary on Hulu, it's called Man in the Arena.
When he says, I need Wednesdays, you know what his
he's gonna
teammates
get
say?
wet. They was like,
Yes,
His
sir.
teammates are like, hey, you're cool.
good,
Now,
bro.
I can't think of another situation where if Baker, if any of these
Not
guys,
in the NFL. Like
Tua, I mean, Tua's killing it right now, but
Oh,
he
Tua.
can't say, hey, bro, I need Wednesdays. No.
Nope.
Tyreek Hill gonna not.
Tyreek Hill
Yeah.
gonna be
Not
like,
going for that.
"Patty, bro. Give him the.
Tyreek Hill had
give
2
him the
touchdowns and
draft
almost
picks
200
back."
yards,
Yeah,
and
no,
so did
that's-
Waddle.
There's
Both
only
receivers.
There's only few people that can command that type of,
That's crazy.
pull when it comes to the locker room. It's only a select few.
AJ, nothing but a number.
So
AJ
speaking
number
speaking
the
about the Buccaneers, then we can get into this week's football.
Oh yeah.
They just put Cole Beasley on the practice squad, and it's just another thing.
And
that
in
you
our
just like-
fantasy, he already got snatched up.
yeah, you know
Already,
Paul.
boys on it.
Like
You-
I went
you
to
know
go look.
Paul.
Now,
You know?
who I did pick up in fantasy is Marlon Mack, running back. He's with the Niners
Oh yeah.
because
Oh.
I'm going to hedge against if whoever's starting for the Niners, whoever happens to be,
Yeah.
it's Shanahan's offense. It's just plug and play. Remember the Denver Broncos? All those
Yeah,
years,
what we were talking about
they
in the
had
last
like
episode. We
yeah,
talked about the three
they
with
had
Melvin
just
Gordon.
different guys,
Yeah.
right? Just plug them in.
Just,
well,
hey,
that's the Niners
remember
now.
they were doing rock paper scissors
For
'cause they were
real.
all
Yeah.
scoring?
For real,
like,
no
who's
Sean
going-
Marino.
They was getting busy.
Gary,
Getting
Cleveland
busy,
Gary or
getting
whatever.
Yeah.
All them dudes, right?
Mendenhall, yeah,
Mendenhall,
all of them
dude.
dudes.
So that's the Niners now, right?
Yeah.
We're in agreement there. I'm not just being a homer.
No,
No,
yeah.
no, no.
So
no.
I picked
Especially
up-
I
with
agree on
Mitchell
that.
out.
Yeah, with Mitchell out, I picked up Marlon Mack.
That was a good pickup.
Marlin.
And it's just like to-
Mac,
just like to
dressed
say-
in black.
Like we said, this is called AJ number. I like to say to all the listeners out there, you're never too young or too old to do something. Don't ever lose that little kid inside of you. Go after your dreams.
Yeah.
So, my boy CJ, tell them where they can find us at, bro.
So if you want to listen to our show,
Yes,
go
sir.
on to Spotify or Apple Pod. Please subscribe. Apple Pod, please leave us a rating.
And a review, please.
Yes.
Yes.
That hooks us
And
up.
then after that, if you want to follow us on all the social medias, Insta, Facebook, which Adam app he invented, chink chink,
Bing, bing.
and
Where'd you say
forget one
YouTube?
thing. Well, that's what I was getting to. But
Oh.
kind of just
Well, see, here's the thing. When you play
mean-
dumb, I believe you.
That's bad.
That
That's
is bad.
so in an app that Vladimir Putin invented, so he could watch funny videos
Yeah.
and know what's happening in the Americas.
He could watch Old Spice commercials. Basically.
Look at me, I'm on a horse.
Yeah, yeah.
Now look at the
like
horse.
Putin.
Now look
That's
back
right.
at me.
Thought, like
Yeah.
Putin is on the horse. Like, now back to me.
Now back to me.
I'm on top of the Kremlin.
Brittany, you're not going anywhere.
Look at me. Look
Nowhere.
at Ukraine. I'm in Ukraine. I'm back in Russia because Ukraine was bigger than we thought.
That will get us
the
Okay.
underdog.
That
Find
gets
us
us
on
subscribers.
YouTube.
That gets us subscribers, right?
Find us on YouTube.
All that
If
good
you want to
stuff.
see our ugly mugs. And that's all I got to say. You guys ready to get into recap real quick at NFL?
Oh yeah. What we
Yeah.
got?
What are the storylines, bro? Like, go through them.
Well, I was going to go through the games first.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, so
Yeah, let's get that.
Chargers, Chiefs, Thursday night. What a game.
That was stellar, bro.
Except for, there's one thing I disagree with, is late in the game, Justin Herbert got hurt. He came back.
Yeah.
He did his thing.
But
Bro,
look,
he's
he
in a
coulda got
On
the-
conversation.
on 3rd and 12 or whatever that was, he
Yeah.
threw a dart.
He
Bro.
did, but this is the thing that's weird, is he had the first down. He could have ran for it. He had 2 yards, and then he just like threw the ball on the ground, like spiked it almost. Like it was just weird. Like,
Yeah.
But then the next play, he's just like air raid, like right into the receiver's hands
Bro,
over
he's
the
so
defender.
different.
So Chiefs ended up winning 27-24. Chargers dropped to 1-1. Chiefs 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to the 17th. Of
Hold on. I'm getting a call. It says scam likely, so I should probably take this.
Scammer gets scammed.
Like-
Scammer gets scammed.
Like, hey, you're on a live show right now.
This
see
is the
what you
case
got.
for the
Let's hear it.
underdogs. Call
Yeah,
her.
how can I help you? We've been trying to reach you.
What do you think about avocado on toast?
Fire, a little salt and pepper.
So then the Patriots, just when you think they lose everything, they beat a team that will probably lose everything. The Steelers, 17-14.
That was a weird game,
Dude,
Like
when-
no one wanted to win it.
When-
They refused. No, I
Hey.
refuse to win this game.
The Steelers need to take a playbook, a page from the playbook of Hoosiers. Run the old picket fence. Get Kenny Pickett in there.
Yeah.
And we'll see. No offense to Mitchell Trubisky. I think he could be a starter somewhere.
No offense to him.
Well,
No,
he's
dude.
going to get a picket fence to the bench when the picket fence takes over.
But he
for-
doesn't need any of your praise.
No,
Like, he
no, no.
I'm
doesn't
just saying,
deserve-
like, but he's not a
He's
guy
a
that you're like
Pittsburgh
hate.
kid.
It's not a guy that's
He's
just a
Pittsburgh
doofus.
love.
Like,
I mean, he's the one guy that is as a starter.
it's not his
that I
fault. The
wouldn't
Bears were
agree.
stupid and drafted him with the
Well,
fourth
right.
pick and
That-
drafted.
That's
like,
not
if
his
he would have
fault.
fell
It's
to the
Bears.
Patriots, he might have been developed and be starting over McCorkle Jones right now. But he lost to McCorkle.
Yeah.
So 17-14, Patriots take care of Pittsburgh. Tom Brady, they win. 2010, there was a fight. We
it was
went over
3-3 for about 8
Yeah,
hours.
for
Yeah,
8
it
hours.
was.
Now, here's the thing.
So why
Go ahead.
did Mike Evans only get suspended? That's my question. And what I'm
Right.
kinda
How come
frustrated
Lattimore?
Didn't Lattimore get kicked out of the game, though?
about. They both did, but
Because,
Evans
you know,
suspended for a game.
they're like,
Well,
the NFL
Evans-
is under review. Let's send it to New York.
If the scrum is going on and someone outside of the scrum rushes to the scrum, that's a thing.
And he left the sideline, didn't he?
But
So-
he pushed Fournette in the face, though.
I get that, but the thing is, he left the sideline.
Right. Like,
It's just like, do you remember back when
he was walking off
Do you
to
remember
the
that-
sideline.
But that was
and
his
raced back.
quarterback.
I get
That's
it.
his
No, he
quarterback
has every right
and my
to do it, but
quarterback.
this
That's
is
that
you
Tony
that's my
Romo,
quarterback,
T.
coach.
Owens. Yep,
Yeah.
that's that
But you
T.O.
didn't ask. You didn't ask that. You asked why he got suspended. I'm telling
Right,
you.
we're just answering your question.
This is why he got suspended, because if you remember the Malice in the Palace, most of those dudes got suspended because they were told to leave the court. They stayed on the court,
Right,
and then
That-
they
yeah.
started fighting more,
Yeah.
and so that's why suspensions.
Don't let facts get in the way of a good story.
Yes.
Remember that.
Yes,
If you need to embellish,
Michael Scott.
you do it. It makes sense if you don't think about it.
Yeah.
No, but
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
it's weird that there was literally only and that's why I think why he's appealing it, right?
Yeah.
Because no way would he win an appeal. But by saying, well, how come I'm the only one? That's
Yeah.
how you maybe.
Okay, so Browns, Jets.
Oh,
Browns
dear Lord.
outside the stadium have a thing that says happy endings
are not
illegal with a doll that
Completely-
looked like had an erection.
completely mocking.
Yes, mocking sexual assault.
Yeah. Only in Cleveland.
But the
Like, dude.
Ohio State Buckeye, Garrett Wilson with the touchdown and the happy ending to finish off The Cleveland Browns 31-30.
You sound like
Enough
a Lakers
said. Enough
announcer.
said. That's the most browniest thing that could happen.
And he went to the fans and goes,
Like-
O-H-I-O. And he was like, ah, like, screw y'all. See ya.
Enough said. Next.
He's like,
Yep.
Yep.
That's perfect. There's no thing
Yeah.
to add to that.
Goddamn Jets.
Yeah.
the goddamn Jets.
Hey, buddy, who won the Jets game? Who cares? You're mad at your dad, not at me. I am. I hate my father.
The Browns fans are
Oh,
like, I am.
man.
I hate Deshaun Watson. Miami. So,
I was making fun.
Miami.
Shout out to Jose Lopez,
What
the
man
GM at O'Reilly's. That's my guy.
yeah.
And he is a Dolphins fan and a Yankees fan. And he was talking smack on my picks. So I have my picks
Yeah.
Sundays at about noon, if
Yeah.
y'all been seeing.
Yep.
I post my picks.
You're
And
pretty
at least
spot
I'm,
on this
at
week.
least I'm man enough to
I
do
think
it.
you
And I
lost
am
like
ahead.
30. I'll start picking with you.
Yeah,
I'll start picking
and
with
I am
you.
ahead. I've won more than I've lost, but I did pick Baltimore. And if you remember, in the first 2 seconds of the game, do you know what the score was? Baltimore 7, Miami 0. They returned the kickoff.
Yes.
The opening kickoff.
So here.
So, like, I'm laughing at Jose. They're up 3 touchdowns. He's not saying nothing. Then all of a sudden, I'm watching another game, and I look back.
Hey, I'm just going to say this. I'm sorry, Lamar Jackson. You got to play
I am
defense as
for
well, I
real.
guess, because
Yeah,
he
yeah.
tried to do it all, but I guess. So that's the thing with the Ravens. Like, is their defense just that bad? Like, they'll put up hella points. Like, I feel like that's how Detroit is. We'll get into that later. But,
Detroit
so,
say about it.
long story short, Tyreek Hill, Waddle,
2 touchdowns each.
bang,
Almost
bang.
200 yards each.
Went
And
crazy.
the one touchdown, Tyreek was so open before he caught the ball. He's like, you know how he gives his little, which he got in
Yeah,
trouble
peace
for.
out.
Yeah, he was flashing
He was doing
it
that
like,
before he caught the ball.
Yeah, dude, he was so
He was like,
open. What defense are you doing? Like,
So, this
Like,
is my thing.
how is he that open?
I saw
I don't know.
I saw a TikTok. It's kind of like famous at the beginning. It's like this old lady and she's like, "You are not him. You are not him." And she's pointing up, and then it shows like Tyreek Hill catching it, and he was like, "Bitch, I'm him. Quit playing." Like,
Dude, that game
So-
was nuts.
yeah, dude, that was
That's
the
what,
picket fence from my guy Jimmy Chitwood, Roush, in the house. Love it.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said, "Love this angle of West." If you don't know, that's my nickname because Westra is too long and West is too long, so you just have to have WES.
Yeah.
But that will always be my nickname from Roush. So I cherish the. But anyways, Dolphins win, and that's it.
And they look good. They
Now
got
Here's-
behind, but
here's something I want to talk about:
what are we gonna talk about, bro?
Washington, Detroit. Now here's what's frustrating with me: Detroit was up 22-0 at the half.
yeah, like
But
Terry McLaren didn't have nothing, and I gave him to you, and I was like,
here's the thing.
great trade. Then I look up, and then what?
Boom.
Yeah.
He had all these points.
Motor City,
And
but
he's from
that's not
Indiana.
even the thing. We could talk about that
Indiana
in 2
boy.
seconds. Motor City, Dan Campbell, red zone in the first 2 drives, didn't score points.
In the first half,
First 2 drives.
they didn't.
No,
And they
so
were still up
say you
22.
score those, bro. They're murdering them.
That'd be like 35.
Yeah, 35-0
At
at the half. Plus, they got a safety, Aiden Hutchinson, first rookie to have 3 sacks and a half.
I did see
Yeah.
the safety.
And but then
He didn't even celebrate.
so
I
this-
thought that was kind of cool. He's like, I'm the man. I don't need to
Yeah.
celebrate. That's
I'm
But,
him.
and I think that's
He really
that's
did.
it. This is why Michigan people love him, is because he's on to the next play. The game's not over yet.
right.
Like Tom Brady when they were celebrating going to the Super Bowl, job's not done yet. We still got to win the Super Bowl. And that's with Hutchinson.
sure.
Yeah, it's the first half, dude.
Yeah.
And sure enough, Hutch got hurt a little later. I think it was just like muscle cramps or something, so they sat him. Okuda got hurt, so that's why they started scoring, dude, because like Hutch and Okuda was out. But this is the weird thing about Carson Wentz is he sucks in the first half, and then the second half it's like Dr. Jekyll and like Hyde. Like
Yeah.
it was totally
Wentz
like
magic.
so. And then like it's like him and Goff switched, and then Goff started like we had like 4
golfing.
outs.
He
Yeah.
started golfing.
And then there was some crazy touchdown where like DeAndre Swift like fell, like he was like farther than anybody,
And he
and
scored.
he fell,
He
and then he
still
got
scored.
up and like juked the shit out of a dude and still scored.
I saw there's a meme of him lying down at the
And
20-yard
like,
line.
Don't forget he scored. You.
Yes.
What if I told you he scored a touchdown?
Yeah,
on this
it
play
says
or
don't
something?
never forget he scores on this play.
Yeah.
He's lying down at the
So
20.
shout out to the Lions because we just won the Super Bowl. And
Barry Sanders just laughed.
Now wait a minute. When can we talk Trey Lance?
well, we're getting there. We're getting there.
My heart hurts.
Did y'all even play? Why is it not on here for real?
That was like only like 3 games.
So well, let's get into that, and then we can get
Yeah.
the rest then because
Yeah.
so I did see
It's
a
all
stat.
about the 49ers.
I saw a stat that Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and one other quarterback, can't remember, maybe Tua and Hurts, get used percentage-wise to run the ball more than Trey Lance. So before all the haters say that Shanahan was running him into the ground, he was the 5th most used in a run option play.
Yeah.
So which means he wasn't being overworked. Like
Yeah.
it was just one of those fluke things.
Yeah.
What
Now
happened?
he'd also been, honestly, I watched a lot of YouTube videos on this. He has been reading the read
Yeah.
incorrectly. On the one play that Debo sprinted for 60 yards
Mhm.
against the Seahawks this week, it was the wrong read. On a read option,
Yeah.
when the defensive lineman just stands there and watches,
Because he
Repeat.
waits.
he's
trying to-
waiting, that means you hand it off.
Yeah, because he has
If
to make
he-
a decision.
If
and-
he bites and runs down the line, then you go.
Yeah, because it's already stopped your motion. So the best thing to do is hand it off.
And so what happened
If he
was,
bites towards
if
the,
you really look at some of these plays, Trey was handing it off when he wasn't supposed to, and he wasn't running when he was supposed
I mean,
to.
that's part of being a.
And it is part. I mean, it's just part of it. But so he gets injured, and how weird is it that it
Love you,
works out
Thor.
that we have the best backup? That's also not being a homer, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy's the best backup, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So he comes in and he throws a dime to Dwelly, which should be Kittle, but
Yeah.
Kittle's still injured.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
stupid.
Yeah.
How do you start the year injured?
He always is injured,
Like,
man. And I never pick him up on fantasy, but I love the guy.
and
love
I
the little-
did.
And
So
I
n-
pick him up too in my one league. Now, lucky for me, I have Hawkinson as well.
Yeah.
So I have Kittle in my flex and Hawkinson as my starter. So,
It's frustrating.
but
So Kittle would have had
anyway.
like a 50-yard
Yeah.
touchdown if he was in, but
They definitely got that.
yep.
he
That's
comes in, Jimmy comes in, gets a rushing touchdown, a passing
Yep.
touchdown. They blow the brakes off the Seahawks, which the reason why that's a big deal is because they were 0-4
Yeah.
the last 4 games against Seattle. Seattle has swept them 2 years in
That
a
was
row.
with
Row.
Now we
Russell
swept the
Foreskin.
Rams 2 years in a row.
That was with the Russell Foreskin.
So,
And then I got Gino. Oh man, Gino back
but
there.
Gino did his thing
against
against
Denver.
Yeah, he
Denver.
did.
So I was
But
like,
Denver's
oh,
not as good as we
but
think
we
they
made
are.
Gino look like New York Jets bad.
Yeah.
So I was happy
Or
about that.
Browns bad because the Jets beat the Browns.
So you can catch my San Francisco 49ers on national television against the Denver Broncos Sunday night on NBC.
Oh, good. So I don't have to do it. I can go to bed early.
Yeet.
Yeet. Indianapolis 24-0 Jags.
Dude, that's a whole show. That's
Oh,
a
man.
bro.
Oh,
So I was
man.
We
That's a
live
part of
in
my
we
take.
live in
Oh,
Indiana.
man.
We
So-
live in Indiana.
So look, I was listening to part
You
of my take,
Indianimals.
and I was telling you about their 2-minute drill or whatever, and they make up names, and they're like, somebody needs to save Private Ryan from the Third Reich of Frank. Like,
Oh, that's
it was
good.
like ingenious, and that's what I like about when they do it.
Yeah.
It's like from the Third Reich of Frank. He was like,
That's pretty
Jaguars 24, Indianapolis Colts 0.
So they scored as many points as we did, and we didn't actually.
Yeah.
0, bro.
We weren't even in the stadium.
How? 0.
Like-
Why? Why are they scoring?
like not
0?
even field
Jonathan
goals.
Taylor, like,
Especially to the Jaguars.
Hey, I heard Ursay
That's
said.
bad.
yeah, it
heard-
wasn't the 49ers defense
Hey.
or the Bills defense.
I heard Ursay said, he goes, hey, if you live in the Indianapolis area and you got a
and
jersey,
you got a jersey, practice at
Is that
4.
far?
Yeah.
F it, we ball.
I might take that offer up. Shit.
So
Give me a jersey.
yeah, that we don't even. Oh, it's so nasty, bro. And like, I can't even talk shit about the Colts because they're so bad. Like, they talk shit for me. Like, you know, when you're like coaches like, don't talk shit, let your game talk.
Yeah.
The Colts are like,
They let it.
they're
they-
like, we don't need you to talk shit. We'll
Right.
let our game talk.
They're that.
Man.
So,
But you know what's crazy though? I wouldn't be shocked if they beat the Chiefs this weekend.
that's what I said.
I know, because
It'd be
they did
It'd be the
4
Colts.
years ago.
Yeah.
It'd be the Chiefiest
I
Chiefs
lost a
thing
lot of
and
money.
the Coltsiest Colts thing for that to happen.
Dude, I lost a lot of
I
money
remember,
on
Like
that.
by
dude,
3
you had
points
like one,
type shit.
Yeah,
I was so upset. And they smacked them.
yeah, and then they're gonna be like, "We're back, we're back, we're
It was
back."
like 40-16.
That's all they're gonna talk about.
Yeah,
Seriously. Now, that was the Alex Smith Chiefs.
So
But they were good, though.
Rams, I heard, had a decent. I didn't get to watch it much.
So the Falcons came all the way back.
Yeah, they
though,
came back.
And then they
Rams
got
won
a
31-27.
Ramsey got a
Ramsey
pick
got a
to
pick.
seal it at the
Oh,
end.
I did watch
But,
that
bro, they
because
were
you
coming
called
back.
me. Remember you
I
called
called
me.
you
You're
and said,
like,
"Are you watching this
Are you
game?"
watching? And I had to switch on my NFL Sunday ticket brought to you by Zach Gottwald. Johnny was watching Dallas.
Get you a Zach.
Johnny was watching Dallas downstairs.
Get you a white boy.
Because the 4 o'clock games, usually we watch the Chargers because my good friends Johnny and Jamie Johnson are huge Chargers fans. So we're usually watching, but they play Thursday. So we were picking fantasy because we're all in the league together as well. And he was like, oh, he calls them characters. He's like, I got characters on Dallas.
Oh,
He calls his fantasy players characters.
Characters.
He's like, I got characters.
it's not the Simpsons.
Yeah.
The Sims.
He had the Sims.
The Simpsons.
Sim
City.
These characters
Sim
acting
City.
real characteristic today.
I'm like, Johnny, bro, like, this game's crazy. We got to change it. As soon as I change it, bro, Jalen Ramsey was like, and I told you, I said, that might be the best caught ball by anybody this whole season so far.
I just like that the Rams were nervous, like,
Yeah.
against the Falcons.
And then Giants, 2-0.
Man, Barkley.
Say who? Saquon.
Dude, that dude's real. He's a real deal.
Broncos struggled with the Texans. Kind of led 13-9 like the whole game. Got a field goal at the end. 19 or 16-9. Cardinals, crazy game. Crazy game.
Overtime.
Hunter Renfrow, what are you doing, bro?
He
Bro, it was
fumbled.
just like,
My uncle sent me a picture. He's a big Raiders fan, and it just shows the Raiders flag waving. Then next thing you know, what do we have?
yeah, bro, like,
And
that's
he's a Notre Dame fan.
That's
too.
what got the Falcons back in the Rams game was
Yeah.
another white receiver, Cooper Kupp, fumbled.
oh. So I saw a meme that was like, Matthew Stafford loves Cooper Kupp so much. He's like, see here. And it's a picture of Matthew and Kelly Stafford, and then a picture of Cooper Kupp. Dude, Cooper Kupp and Kelly Stafford are identical twins.
Oh, they
So-
look alike, really?
Yeah. Like, I'll show you guys after the show, but I think,
Caleb looks like if Cooper Kupp ate Matthew Stafford.
and then ate a Big Mac.
The beard's on point and everything. He's just like a
Bro,
pump
no,
reserve.
Logan, hey, we call Logan Smith
Cooper Stafford.
Kupp.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got the blonde hair and the beard.
Right.
And he, you know, whatever.
My beard is weird.
Bears weird. So then the Bungles. What?
Man,
They
that's
still
a
off that
bad
Super
look.
Bowl high.
Dude, Cooper Rush.
I told you, Dak has 36 losses. Cooper Rush has 0 losses. It might be time to think about moving on.
So speaking of characters, back when
that is so weird. Characters. I'm
back
back.
when we started, and it's a joke now, but this is back where it started. Is Dak got his ankle broken, and we were all
Snap
kind of
in
like
half.
on our phones, like watching whatever. And Johnny goes, "Oh my God!" We're like, "What?" He's like, "One of my characters is getting airlifted off the court."
Off the court? Off the field?
He says stupid stuff to
Yeah,
make
just
people laugh, but
weird.
it was just funny because then we looked like we're like, what? And then Dak's ankle's like,
So that may be one of the best segues of all time because really coming off the court may be for good in the Valley of the Sun.
well, before that, did you see that dude snap his ankle for Texas Tech? His bone was sticking out sideways. So it was one of those he got kind of rolled upon, like he came to the tackle late, and one guy got tackled into him, and his bone went, and it was literally sticking out like Kevin Ware or Dak Prescott. So, but yes, airlifted off the court or the whole state
court.
of Arizona. Owner Starver.
Dude,
Starver,
what a
I barely know
weird-
her.
what a weird like thing as far as we went through this kind of with the
Donald
Clippers.
Sterling and everybody threw their jerseys in the middle of the
Dude, that was pretty
floor.
powerful.
So
You remember that?
So yeah, I remember that.
Like Griffin led the charge.
And the issue with that was it was a known thing. It was one time that Donald Sterling's girlfriend,
who was 20,
whatever, however old,
at social media,
she
like,
recorded him.
AJ ain't nothing but a number.
She wanted to bring Magic Johnson to a game, and he said, "How come you always got to bring
blankety blank blank
yeah, the
blank,
N-words.
blank blank?
Why do you always got to bring N-words to the game, to my game?"
Yep.
Like, bro, you can't
Like,
say
come
that,
on,
bro.
man.
Like, you can't. So they made him give up his team, and now Steve Ballmer, who used to be the CEO of Microsoft, owns them. Well, now
Wait, so they were bought out. While
he sold him. He sold him.
he's
I
been
knew
owner
6
for-
hours
since
ago
then.
he was.
Oh
in
no,
the
no, I'm
work.
talking
No, no,
about
no,
the
no.
Oh, you're
Clippers
talking about Donald
situation.
Sterling. Okay.
He had to sell him
He's
to
a
Steve
fanatic
Ballmer.
too, man.
He is. He goes crazy.
Hey,
on
down and
crazy.
back on me. Players mess up.
Yeah, down and back. So now we're fast forwarding to
Yeah.
Phoenix, and so it's a similar situation, but it
Has
was
the story
over
linked?
time.
Oh.
It was over time.
I heard
that
Devin
he
Booker
was
said he was
saying-
gonna have sex with his wife now. That's the ultimate revenge move.
Stupid. So basically, it's different in that the commissioner was it was David Stern.
Yeah.
And now Adam Silver says a big fat fine and he's suspended for a year. And Chris Paul, who's on the team, and LeBron James, who is Adam Silver's boy.
Yeah.
Like, they're usually in support of each other.
Yeah.
But he came out and said, I'm against this. And so it's like weird. It's like forcing his hand.
Well,
Like, you
and
can't
I
just
think
suspend him for a year, dude.
I think
That's
he
not
did
gonna
that
do
initial.
anything.
That was the initial. Like, this is first response. We're looking into the situation more. And
Yeah,
then
but
LeBron,
that
but
was-
he knew LeBron
That's
and
like-
them would act out, and
He already
then he
knew.
knew
It
it
was
would
over
force
with.
him
It
to
was over,
resign.
bro. You
It
know what it
forced him to
reminded me of?
resign.
Remember when the video of Ray Rice came out from the elevator?
Yeah,
he's
when
like
he,
dragging her by the
yeah.
hair and all that. Then it was like Goodell was still like, well, it's still a wait and see. Like, bro,
No,
it's
bro.
not a wait and see.
He just body
you
slammed.
already saw it.
He
Like,
was like WWE brother.
yeah, like, dude, you can't do that. So that's what I'm
That
saying
shit
is
was
like,
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
yeah. So this situation, he has to sell. Like,
Yep.
the PayPal is, you know how NBA has the one logo.
Yeah.
PayPal is what the Phoenix Suns have, and they already said we're out. If this dude is still gonna remain, then we're out of the deal.
Man.
And that's a huge
good
deal.
for them.
Yeah, good for PayPal.
He has the Mercury too. From
Yeah,
Little
so
bit.
both of them. He's selling. He's gonna sell both. So
Wait, he has a WNBA team too.
who?
Was he fine for them? a season
So
as
I
well?
don't know if it works like
Oh
separately.
well, you can still go to the WNBA games because nobody's
I mean,
gonna
no
say
one
shit.
goes. No one goes, so it's like, yeah, that's a whole nother
So,
topic.
Yeah. Well, and to recap, we forgot. Oh, shocker! Aaron Rodgers still owns the Bears. Bills.
Pay my telephone bills.
Hey,
They
don't
looking
worry,
good.
Minnesota. It's okay. I get my ass kicked by the Bills every month.
The telephone bill, the
Yeah.
light bill.
Stephon
Rent
Diggs
bill.
is the real deal.
He is.
He also said,
Von
I'm
Miller.
him.
I'm
He said.
him.
He said, "Bitch, I'm him. Don't quit playing."
He and I and him.
He plays pissed off every game.
He does.
I love it.
And nobody talked about is the playing against Minnesota for the first time. Like
Who?
since he left. Diggs.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, Diggs is the Minneapolis Miracle. Like,
Yeah.
He's Minnesota through and through. I mean,
He wasn't looked at as like the guy like that, the way he is now.
yeah. And then what was the other Monday night game?
There's more Thielen there.
So the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. It was.
Oh
Thielen,
no!
but
So Bills didn't play Minnesota. That's why I'm confused because there's two Monday
Eagles
night
did.
games.
Which,
Eagles
can we
played
talk
Minnesota.
about that? Like,
That was just an ass kicking.
a game
Ass
week
kicking.
two
Ass
of the
kicking.
season, 2 Monday night games,
Yeah, why?
and you missed both.
Oh, so I got a story about that. So I had a rough day at work. Not rough as in like rough, like oh my gosh, I hate my job, but just long. I went to the big house this weekend. So Friday we went to the
Big
football game.
Blue.
I got a call. My buddy had a ticket. Shout out to Chef Raber.
Yep.
I probably still haven't paid you. So hit me up if you're watching so that I know that if I did pay you because that happens sometimes. And then But that Friday we had a tour for our boy Sosenheimer, who's been on the show as well.
Yep.
And we did a bus tour, so we went on there, book with our sponsors, Brewhound Bus. They'll take you anywhere you want to go. Hit them up. Go online, brewhound.com.
Yes, sir.
And you know, it's awesome. It's fun, but we stayed out till 4 or 5 in the morning.
It was a late night,
because somebody wanted to go to El Ranchito after 3, so then we were out till 4:30. Got home 5 o'clock.
Tacos is life.
And then it was a noon game in Michigan. Had to wake up at 6:45. Be ready by 7:20. Head to Ann Arbor.
It was a
Get
long
home,
weekend. Yeah.
drink a little bit, nothing much. Like
Football
a truly
Sunday.
football Sunday. I had softball, played 2 games. Work on Monday. Monday comes, we can't record the show because the library was closed. Okay, cool, whatever. So
You fell asleep.
yeah, at 6 o'clock I took a nap, a 30-minute nap. Said timer
Woke up,
like,
it was Tuesday.
and I go Mondays. I go with Logan because we have the show, so we don't get out till 7:30.
Right.
Usually 8 o'clock.
Go to Wrigley.
And then he doesn't get out till 8:39. Doesn't meet me till about 9:30, 10.
dollar
So
sliders.
so I'm thinking, oh, okay, whatever. I'll just take a quick nap. Bro, woke up at 4:30 in the morning. But I tell you what, I've never been more energized before in my
Be
life.
like that.
No, the
Not a good
whole
sleep.
day, bro. Like, I was like, let's go.
Missed
So-
6 hours of football, though.
But I heard it was boring.
Well, yeah, really, it was only the first quarter
The losing
of each game that you
teams,
had to
the
watch.
losing teams combined had 14 points.
Yeah, and
That's
I
crazy.
luckily had Josh Allen, who's still throwing a touchdown even right now,
Yeah.
I think.
A touchdown.
A
It's a
touchdown.
touchdown.
So, yeah, I massacred my cousin.
We've been talking about football for 40 minutes.
Dude, it's crazy. There's so many stories.
We didn't even
Like,
talk about college. Michigan won. Okay, cool.
UCLA's undefeated.
UCLA's undefeated.
Speaking of UCLA, bad news.
What?
The basketball player, let me grab his name.
Former or current?
He played from 99 to
Okay, so former.
to from
99.
not 99, sorry. Like
It's for the 99 for the 2000.
it's for the one time. No, from 2019
Okay.
to 2022.
Oh, so this
this-
last year.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So Jalen Hill, and he wasn't like
So he was part of that Final Four team?
but he wasn't like a major
a star. He was a role player.
Yeah.
But still,
But
regardless.
he was missing in Costa Rica, and his mom confirmed that he passed away. And there's still not like the story isn't all the way.
Is he from Costa Rica or was he just there on vacation?
So
Do we
there's not
know?
enough info out yet. But he was missing in Costa Rica, and his father George shared on Instagram, "Our hearts are shattered and completely broken to inform family and friends that our beloved son Jalen has passed away." And
Sad, man.
that's all it says. So
Bro, I think that's the
he
craziest
was 22 years old.
And we can go into life talk after this, but the craziest thing about losing somebody is like it's not that you lost them, it's that all the things you do, like they grew up going to games, paying money to go to games, like watching him walk from his first step, and then all of a sudden he's just gone,
Yeah.
right? Like just gone. And he's never coming back. And it's not like he just walked out of their lives. Like, he is gone. Just
And then
take
not
it.
to like know exactly. You have all these things just going through your head.
Yeah.
Like,
And he made some not wise decisions. If you guys remember, LeAngelo Ball, Cody Riley, and
Was he
him
part
were-
of that in China
yeah,
when
in
they got
China.
arrested?
They got arrested. He was one of those guys. So he made some bad decisions, but I mean, so I don't know if there's any connection with any kind of foul play or anything,
man.
but definitely, I mean, at 22, if all of my bad stuff I did at 22 was on the internet for everyone to see, like, 22.
Yeah.
I mean,
I probably can't run for president.
It's crazy. It's super, man.
Not to make a joke
Major,
about it. Just to make people laugh because that's kind of sad, man.
prayers to the family. Like, young athletes, young.
It seems like every
Every
show,
episode
every
shows.
episode,
Every
there's
show.
somebody. So we're gonna have a new segment. Who died this week?
The only
that
one we don't
shouldn't have
care
died.
about is the freaking queen. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care.
But P&B Rock died that episode too. So
No, right.
Like, during that episode.
No, he didn't. It was reported.
we didn't tell y'all
we
this.
didn't
Sorry, I am
It was
so
reported that he was shot. So we was like, oh wow.
We
like,
left after
we left.
that.
So
that day though,
later on that day, he ended up passing away.
in the
And
hospital, right?
Yeah, in the hospital. Well, actually, right there
Right
on the
there,
scene.
but they didn't know at
They didn't
first
know.
what was first reported.
And that just leads me to the point, like, again, another rapper killed in the streets of LA. And that's just like, you just got to be more aware of your surroundings. And I just want to ask, at what point is security a must? Like,
And
at what point?
at what point do you hire trained people instead of just your boys? Right,
You know?
like a lot of
Right.
people hire their boys, which is cool.
And they said,
But-
they said this particular Roscoe's was right by the airport, like 2 minutes away, but it was also right there in a not so good part of LA.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of speculations that people getting on his girlfriend for posting the location and all that stuff. But man, like it just sucks. Cause I'm just gonna say this, we, especially in the black community, we always hear these stories about other athletes or entertainers, and I don't hear that with no other culture. Like, it just steady death. I never see no other race suffer, and it'd be our own fault
Yeah.
to an extent, but it's just like, damn, we got to do so much better. But it's almost scary and trauma that it just keeps on being repeated. Like, it's sad. He leaves behind 2 daughters, a family that loved them, but man, wrap your arms around those babies. Cause me being a girl dad, like that's just terrible. And then they have people posting a video online. Like, I would hate, if Lord willing something happens to me or whatever, I would hate for my family to get that news on social media.
Right.
Like, that's so
That's not the
disrespectful.
way-
That's beyond disrespectful,
Yeah.
man. Like, just prayers, man. Just prayers for real.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
for sure. It's crazy, man.
So speaking of that, life and death, life game. We got something new for y'all today. If you're ready, Davyn, I know you.
Let me take a minute. Let's take a minute. Let's dive into a little fashion. Cause I'm a little
Worked up.
worked up, just
But
a little bit.
That's what we need, man.
That's what we need. But got some great fashion news. My boy, I'm a big Kanye fan. So he teamed up with fashion guru Nick Knight and Candace Swanepoel for a new Yeezy campaign. It was crazy, even though him and Kim K are divorced or whatever they got going on. Kim K and daughters North and Chicago were spotted wearing the new Yeezy brand. It's some dope glasses. So
Well, I mean, she has good taste.
she definitely has good taste, and the kids definitely, they're always swagged out, but that's dope that she still shows support and was modeling the new Yeezy campaign that's dropping here soon.
Yeezy, how you doing, huh?
Yeah.
For real, how you do it, bro? Because I don't know how you can sell trash bags and be like,
And be mad at the Gap.
Be
Yeah.
mad at the Gap.
yeah.
Sports and music go hand in hand.
Sports, music, go hand in hand.
Oh, what about Adam Levine music?
I didn't hear it, but
Maroon 5, that's my guy.
Well,
sugar.
What happened?
so he supposedly, and it's like a she said, he said, she said.
He's a he, she,
But
she.
basically, it is reported that Adam Levine is cheating on Bihati Prinsloo, who he has 2 kids and one on the way with,
Yeah.
and who with an Instagram, a 23-year-old Instagram model
IG
named
models will get you.
named Sumner Stroh. Now, word on the street is,
I'm a
and I
suspect.
can't see that this is reported anywhere, but here's the memes that are being shared. Here's what Adam wants to name the baby Sumner. That's the mistress. Like, that's pretty ballsy.
That's some shit.
Like, that's ball. That's,
Hey, word on the street, you a suspect. you.
So
Yeah.
now he has come out and said that he did not have an affair.
With that
He
woman.
did say that he has had some
He pulled a Bill
inappropriate texts, and that he's sorry and that he's working on that with his family. But she is saying on Instagram that they hooked up or whatever. I don't know exactly, but there's 4 women now to publicly claim that they've been sent an inappropriate message while Adam was in a relationship. So, like,
My
it's
thing
kind of
is,
habitual.
One,
and
it goes 1 of 2 ways. One, how do you guys think they'll get away with it if you're a celebrity like that? Instagram media, these fans are crazy. They'll discover you before, and they'll snitch on you because they'll get their
it's a
piece of the
story.
pie.
Yeah.
So even though if they followed you your whole career and like, oh my gosh, Maroon 5 have been to 20 concerts. Oh, I researched this because I saw his location here, and then I saw the freckle in the one girl's picture with him, and then like they're weird. They know this stuff. Like,
It's crazy.
You're gonna get caught regardless. You know, it's gonna come out. And then 2, not that it's acceptable, but like I feel like if you're a celebrity, there's no point in having a girlfriend. Like,
you could have a girlfriend every day.
yeah,
A different
and not saying it's right, but like
Right.
at the same time, like
At that point, you gotta just have a wife.
to
But
pick
they
and
are just
choose.
people too. They do want that
They
connection.
are. So, well, then, I mean, that's where, like, I feel like that's where, like, the open relationship stuff comes in, and like, it's just weird.
But
Then
if you
it
got
gets all,
one
like,
dope
hazy.
one good one, then you solid.
Yep.
But people are not perfect.
No, they're not. I'm not judging nobody. I'm just saying, like, don't think
And
that you're gonna
we
get
all
away
act
with
out
it.
of flesh.
If
you
you're
know?
gonna be bad,
sure.
don't think you're gonna get away with it. Like,
No, definitely, especially no. Everybody's looking for that come up. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what you? I can show a little thirst trap a little bit, and
and then all
you
of a
gonna
sudden
hop
they're
in
on
my
TMZ.
inbox?
They're like, we need
Yeah.
to hire this girl.
yeah, skip that.
So he
Mm-mm.
wanted to name it Fort Sumner, right?
That's crazy though.
So
That's bold, real bold.
we'll see in the next weeks, I'm sure, like exactly what's going on. But supposedly that's the story, is that his wife's prego, but he wants to name the daughter after the mistress. I don't know if I even believe that.
I don't believe anything anymore.
but-
like,
That's crazy. When it comes to athletes being musically inclined, who would y'all say y'all favorite athletes are that can really do music?
none.
Deion Sanders, Shaq Diesel.
Shaq, Phil was my
I'm thinking
father.
of like
Meta-
these
Meta-
albums that
Meta
they
World-
had out.
Meta World Peace.
I actually never heard his stuff. Honestly. I know he did some rap.
Come on.
about musicians that are athletes? Like, not an athlete that can do music artists that can play.
J. Cole.
J.
J.
Cole,
Cole,
you know,
Quavo.
Dave East.
Yeah.
He played with Durant, played against Durant.
Dude, I heard Mac Miller could hoop too. Back.
Oladipo
Oh, yeah.
can sing,
He's like,
but he
Like Akon.
he can really sing, but he's not my favorite.
he was on the Masked
He's
He's
Singer.
even
not-
done comedian. He's done stand-up
He's dope.
comedy.
Victor Oladipo dope.
No, my all-time though
Veep
is
or-
Jamie Foxx that can do a little bit of everything.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Because he can
he's
act,
goated.
sing, he's athletic.
And
like,
Willie Beeman.
yeah, like
That's
he,
I'm about to change my name to that with the picture. But my favorite athlete that can really go with music, Dame Dollar. Come on now, Dame Dollar.
yeah.
Like, and the reason why I say Dame, man, I actually like played some of his albums, but he also just linked up with one of my favorite, like, I ain't gonna say underground artists, but I don't know if y'all remember, like 3 or 4 years ago, my boy Toby Nwigwe went viral with a song called "I'm Dope," where Erykah Badu, Dave Chappelle, a lot of people was praising this Houston artist, and it was just crazy. But that was like 3 or 4 years ago or whatever. But they just linked up and did a track together called Mini Me. Mini Me. I think that's the title of it. But Dame went crazy. But to see them hook up on a track, I'm like,
it's cool. Yeah.
this is beautiful.
We
like,
got London on the track.
yeah, it was just beautiful to see that happen, man. So shout out Dame and shout out that boy Toby. And he doesn't cuss in his music either. It's super dope. So check that song out. Check it out. Check it out.
For sure. Man, what else, dude?
Life game. Get
Life
into it.
game.
Yeah, got to.
Got to get into it. Let me see where we at. Oh, you didn't mention that. We didn't mention that. The boy Imani Bates.
Oh, yep.
Man, he had a nice run. Like, he was been recruited heavy.
Yeah, he was one of the best players to come out of Michigan
Yeah.
in high school, for sure.
It
I remember
looks-
talking about him on a group chat with some high
Wait, so
school
what
coaches.
happened?
So it looks
He
like
got-
he was arrested.
It wasn't his car, is what he's saying, and there was weed and stuff in there.
and is in
other
custody
drugs.
for 2
Yeah.
felony gun charges.
Oh, that's what it was. And he said the car's not his; it was a friend's, and
It
so
was in the glove
he
box or something.
and he didn't know what was in it.
And
It's
again,
like,
being careful of your surroundings. You got to. At that point, you got to. You're always microscope. Your life is always being looked at. So the people you keep around you, you got to make sure, things are straight and protect yourself, man, because you're always going to be tested.
yeah,
So that leads me to this life game. 4 agreements. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 4 agreements. But these 4 things, when I read it in the book, called the 4 agreements. It's actually a 5th agreement. You can purchase that book. It was 4 things that stuck out, and I started to think and go over my life, and I'm like, I have to implement this in every phase. So I'm gonna go over them real quick, and then we can politic on them. But 1 is being impeccable with your word. And when I say being impeccable with your word, speak with integrity, say only what you mean, and avoid using words that speak against yourself or gossip against others. Use the power of your words to offer love. Never use it to cause fear or pain in another. 2, don't take things personally. That is
That's
so
huge,
that's
huge.
that's super huge.
I struggle with that. I mean, I think I've gotten really good at it, but there's still times when, especially when you're tired or you're, just in not a good mood, like you take things personally, even though it's not that personal.
Absolutely. And to elaborate a little bit deeper, nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a result of their own dream and perception of their rules. We all make rules about how things should be, but when you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering.
Yeah.
That is, don't take anything personal. 3, don't make assumptions, which is huge. They
Yeah.
all go hand in
That's
hand.
big.
It's gonna be huge.
It's huge. Don't make assumptions. Find that quiet courage to ask questions and to express what you really want and are feeling. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstanding, sadness, drama. With just this 1 agreement, you can completely transform your life. That is huge.
yeah,
Because that's when you make assumptions, you look like an asshole. Point blank.
right.
Yeah.
You make assumptions, look at the first part. You look like an ass. So 4.
Assume is you make an ass out of you and me.
Yeah, assuming. And then 4, and this is my every aspect of my life is carried on this one. Always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret.
Isn't it the best when like you are sick or you don't feel good and you do your best and you push through that? Like that is the most rewarding feeling in the world, and nobody has to know
Yeah.
because that's like the accomplishment of self.
Yes, indeed.
It's that internal battle that you have with yourself, with life.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like it stinks, because so many people aren't just okay with that,
Yeah.
right? They want that like worldly pleasure, which we all do. And that's why like when we struggle with mental health or like people, like it's Suicide Awareness Month, people are so wrapped up in what everybody else thinks, and they assume everybody hates them, and they, have those thoughts because of negative things that they've heard behind their back. So like all 4 of these things kind of go into
Go hand.
not only for us, but for the way other people see themselves. And that's why it's important for us not to do these things, because people struggle internally every day with themselves.
Yep. Knowing how to deal with all types of people, learning to love more, learning how to communicate better, learning more understanding. And I think that's something that we all need to work on as we get to these last few months of this year. Just more understanding, more appreciation, more living, more life. No more time wasting and sitting on things that you want to do. Like, it's time to do it now. And I'm just so thankful for the people that's so around us. We got to shout out Flow Hoops. We got to shout out Hedius Maximum. We got to shout out MVP Basketball. We got to shout out the Atrium. Start Fort Wayne. We got to shout out Welt 95.7. Like, everybody that's playing a part to the success of the well-being for the future. We love you. We thank you.
Yep.
And it's just been a blessing, and I'm just so honored to be around good, genuine people. That's really helping me personally. That's really helping me just every aspect of my life. So I just really just want to share more life, more love, and just pour into those close to you, because you never know.
Did you think we'd be here in June?
I didn't. Like, it was just like, it was really
May,
God's
late
timing.
May, early June.
I didn't.
Like, I just thought, oh, okay, he's dope. He loves sports, loves Michigan. Like, let's go. We ball.
You know?
So, anything else, fellas? All right. If you want to listen to the show, like and subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Leave a review. All social medias, InstaFace, Adam invented it.
Mm-hmm.
Find us on YouTube if you want to see our ugly faces. And I'm going to end with this. 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. Suicide hotline, folks. If you're struggling, give it a call. If you're struggling and don't want to make that step, call me, text me, find me on Instagram, any of us, and we'll help you get to the point where you feel comfortable enough to get help. I would rather be on the phone for you all night and lose sleep and go on to work and lose money so that you stay alive. So, CJ Westra, Davyn Wright, the captain today, Adam Marino. We're out. Case for the Underdogs. Love y'all.
#AC4U. Peace and love.